frozen town. Snow on the roof, but the core's burned down. Maple on pancakes, wallet on fire. Frost on the glass, clocks running higher. Canada night, sky sharp as steel. Numbers go brrrr, this is how it feels. We're mining in a hailstorm, hearts on boost. Monero in the wallet, cutting loose. Zephyr in the pipeline, charts go zoom. Frostbite fingers in a neon room. Canada cold, but the grid runs hot. Snow blind eyes on the payout spot. Maple in the mug, geese fly by. We're mining in a hailstorm. Touch the sky. Parkers on chairs, cables on floor. Latency low, give the cluster more. CPU choir in a midnight race. Breath turns to mist in the server space. Goose track stamped in the drift outside. Salt on the steps, we don't go for a ride. We just chase blocks in the northern dark. Every new share is a tiny spark. We're mining in a hailstorm, hearts on boost. Monero in the wallet, cutting loose. Zephyr in the pipeline, charts go zoom. Frostbite fingers in a neon room. Canada cold, but the grid runs hot. Snow blind eyes on the payout spot. Maple in the mug, geese fly by. We're mining in a hailstorm. Touch the sky. Pick your pickle sweats. Cold cheeks, warm code, blizzard on beast mode. Let it white sky, black screen, living in a sweet caffeine dream. We're mining in a hailstorm, hearts on boost. Monero in the wallet, cutting loose. Zephyr in the pipeline, charts go zoom. Frostbite fingers in a neon room. Canada cold, but the grid runs hot. Snow blind eyes on the payout spot. Maple in the mug, geese fly by. We're mining in a hailstorm. Touch the sky. Rabid rigs in the basement glow. Fans scream loud in the blizzard flow. Hash in the hush of a frozen town. Snow on the roof, but the core's burned down. Maple on pancakes, wallet on fire. Frost on the glass, clocks running higher. Canada night, sky sharp as steel. Numbers go brrrr, this is how it feels. We're mining in a hailstorm, hearts on boost. Monero in the wallet, cutting loose. Zephyr in the pipeline, charts go zoom. Frostbite fingers in a neon room. Canada cold, but the grid runs hot. Snow blind eyes on the payout spot.
All right, guys, here we go. What's going on? How's everyone doing? It is Sunday. Sunday. How you guys feeling? It is Sunday, right? Yeah, it's Sunday. All right, roll call. Let's see what is happening. We got Squirrel Master, The Pirate, Bitch Please YT. Will Blop what is happening? Squirrel Masters again. What's going down? Let's continuing on here. Everyone talking away. Grey Wolf Mining, I see you. What is happening in the house? There's a pirates there. And we got everyone just talking. Not too many people. We got 37 viewers, 7 likes. Come on, guys, hit more like buttons so we can get more people in here. I do see the one and only
nuclear power plant mining. Rod Potts.
He made it. Awesome. What do we got? Anyone? We got all crypto 31. I see you. What is happening? Automatic Beats is in the house. Jock McMiner's here. Secure C is here. Yusuf Putz is here. We got, what else do we got? Jumped on, Ontario Miners in the house. Oh, just jumped on me. Red Panda Mining's in the house. Canada sucks. I'm out of here. That's hilarious. Honestly, Canada, I mean, the U.S.'s team kind of sucked. No offense. They won, congratulations. It was a good, hard-fought game. But, the team in general, they were horrible. They got pretty much dominated the whole game. But Hollebuck, their goalie, saved them 100%. That goalie is awesome. Every time I watch Hollebuck play, even when he's playing for Washington, or not Washington, what am I talking about there? He plays for Winnipeg there in Canada, the province. He's a dominating goalie. He is a freaking awesome goalie. So, congratulations, USA. Your goalie kept you in it and won the game because it probably would have been 10-0 if you had a different goalie. But yeah, congratulations, USA did win. Anyway, what do we got going on here? Smashed it. Where are you moving? Everyone's wondering where Panda's moving. Oh, that's hilarious. Are we talking about ice hockey? Yes, Red Putts. It's the old hockey. Thailand. Yeah, Thailand, maybe China. The best place to move is probably somewhere Asian. Everything's cheaper. Everyone's probably nicer. It's the Western civilization and news, and everyone says how bad it is in China and Japan and all these other places. But in reality, I think it's actually probably some of the best places to go, because whatever the media tells you and our own governments is usually the opposite. Just saying. Anyway, let's not talk about this stuff anymore. We're done. We're continuing. Is my screen, is it blurry? Is my internet sucking now or what? Communist Rabid. Yeah, I'm communist. My team is Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah, not too shabby. USA Hockey got gold. Yep, they sure did. They won. First, it's been a long time coming. It was their year, girls and guys. They won. So, grass to that. Asian countries are actually more demographic than North America. Like, seriously, not kidding. I've experienced it. I know, and I've seen other people that moved from Canada, moved from the States, and went to some of these other countries, which are pushed as being super bad, and they're loving it out there. The cost of living is lower. They're happier, friendlier. Like, they're loving it to these other places. But as soon as we turn on the news, we see how bad these other places are. It's like they're trying to brainwash us. So, don't believe anything Trump says. Don't believe anything the media says. Don't believe anything Carney says. And, then you'll be much better off. Trust me. They're just trying to burn something into your guys' well-being. Anyway, enough of this. We're not talking about this anymore. Let's continue on. All right, so crypto mining. Okay, we're done talking about crypto mining because there's nothing to talk about. Let's go back to the Olympic stuff. I'm just kidding. Oh man, I saw your message. I saw your message that Google told you it could be cracked. So until we see someone crack it, then we will see about that. But that's interesting that Google said it can be cracked. So we'll just have to wait and see for someone to actually do it. So Yusuf, crack it for us and show us, and then we can see. But for now, it's still, I don't know, who knows. Hello, USA, all the way. J-Rod, USA, all the way. There you go. Hey, Waldo, I found Panda. Oh, that Waldo, he's all over the place. Anyway, coming into here, let's just, I don't know. Oh, my gosh, what is happening? What is this? CoinMarketCap. Everything's red zone. We're in the red zone. We got some green stuff here. Aeon up 8%, Avian up 8, Duro 6, Nexa 4, XDEG 3, MXC 2, Thought 1.5. Oh boy, we're already in only the ones and less than 1% ups, so it's pretty rough, pretty rough. Who's our biggest losers? Oh man, Meowcoin. We got QRLs falling, we got Dynex dropping, we got Epic Private Internet Cash. You know what? I think it would have been better if they called this Magic Internet Money. That's what we need. We need a coin called Magic Internet Money. That is going to the moon, right? And it has to be proof of work. Somebody fork a coin, call it Magic Internet Money, and we're golden. Profitable, to the moon. It can't lose. Magic Internet Money. Let's go. I'm going to do it. You know what? That's going to be my coin. Magic Internet Money. What should I fork for this to happen? BTC is Magic Internet Money. No, it's BTC is just BTC and Bitcoin. We need a coin that's actually called Magic Internet Money. Magic Internet Money. So what's that? MIM. MIM. It just has win all over it. All over it. The X5 is over 3K. Now that's crazy. When they first released, they were like, what? 2,100, then they dropped to like 15. Now they're over 3 because, well, yeah, you can't find them anywhere. People are trying to capitalize, scalp them bad boys out. What do we got? Hive Mapper. When $1? Hopefully tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. Zeph Protocols down to 60 cents. Beerus Coin 72. Conflux 5 cent. Cubic 6 zeros. 4 6. Wow, that lost a 0, didn't it? Wasn't this like 5 zeros at one point? Yeah, Cubic is going to 0. Interesting. 1 year ago. That's what I'm doing. 5 zeros there. Look at that. 4 zeros there. 5 zeros. Now it's going to 0. Going to 0. Huh. All right. Continuing on here. Ravencoin. Whatever happened? What was Ravencoin doing? Remember back when Eth was around? Ravencoin was, I know BBT and everyone. He had a big Ravencoin GPU farm. Everyone was talking about Ravencoin. There's a Lamborghini Hollow Raven license plate, and then Ravencoin just ended up not doing anything ever. Did it? Like, what was its? Here's 2021, 21 cents. Not bad. 1 cent to 21 cents, 20x, 19, 20x. Yeah, but that's it. Nothing after that. So hopefully you guys all sold here because it's been done for ever since. What else do we got? Litecoin 3.85. A lot of people love Litecoin. Litecoin, people love it. I remember I put that post on X there a week ago or something. I said, would you support Monero flipping Bitcoin? Never going to happen, guys, right? We joke around about these things. Nothing's ever going to flip Bitcoin. But a lot of people brought up Litecoin for that, very thing. So, a lot of people like Litecoin there. There was the odd person that said Kaspa, but as we know, Kaspa's dying horribly. I can't remember what I said there. So I said Kaspa's dying. It's becoming more centralized. And someone asked me, how is it becoming more centralized? It's getting more decentralized. I was like, what? And, I just brought up the network hash rate. Like, let's take a look at this. Kaspa. See what it's at these days. I haven't checked it for a few weeks now. Let's see. All time. Oh, wow. It's down to 390. So what was that? 1.44, 1.48. So yeah, like you have over 1 exahash of hash rate. It's gone. Like 60% of the hash rate on Kaspa was gone. Like I don't even know if Mara's still mining this. They're probably the only ones. That's insane. Let's just what is that? Like 1.48 subtract 0. I don't know, 390. 1.09 exahash left the Kaspa network. 1.09 exahash has left Kaspa. It's only at 390 petahash right now. That's huge. That is a huge amount of hash rate that said, see you later. We're out of here. And it's crazy. Like the whole tokenomics of Kaspa is insane. Like And I know it loses a little bit once a month, but like the whole thing is this is how it works out is it halves every year, which means every year for the profitability just to stay the same, Kaspa's price has to double every single year just to remain the same profitability. Obviously, that hasn't been happening. And we're how far into it? It's Kaspa price is cripplingly low and it's just going to zero. It's not gonna by the time the next bull run or something comes and Kaspa starts going up, even if it hits like 50 cents a dollar, it's still not even going to be profitable to mine because the emissions are going to be so low. So it's pretty freaking crazy how, like, I don't know whose idea thought it was good to have such a high emission schedule. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But you know what? It's all about Bitcoin. Bitcoin does it, so why can't we? Let's make ours even faster. And obviously we can see the failing mindset of that whole situation. Oh, what else do we got here? Hold on a sec. Oh, my throat is still oh, I'm dying. Help. All right. CCX is profitable, you hear. Is it? Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't checked it that for a while. Where's CCX? It's Conflux, isn't it? Is that the one that needs like 8? Conceal. Conceal. Is that the one that needs, what's it called? 8 gigabytes of memory at least? Let's take a look at some other things here. Network hash rates and stuff. Wow, I wish this would go back a lot more, but it doesn't. So, we have a big difficulty drop. Looks like a difficulty drop happened. So that makes sense on that. Now, was there a halving or anything that happened? Or did people that said, see you later? There's not much volume. $54 on the USD pair and $7 on the Bitcoin pair. So, I guess if you're making $50 a day, you can sell about $50 a day at a huge gap. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how profitable this is. Not too sure at all. What else do we got going into live chat? Raven equals dead. Yeah, it's seeming that way. Red Putt CCX. What did I say? What do we got here? I was wondering if making, better not say that word online, could be considered ice mine. What? Mining the idiots that hate. What? I don't know what that means. Can someone tell me what the big deal about mining Quai is? What's we say? Rabid, if I crack the X9, how much would it be worth? I don't know. It depends what it does when you crack it. Crack it open and it doesn't work anymore because you broke it? Probably nothing. Crack it open and it can mine a bunch of coins. I guess it depends on the hash rate. So we'll just have to wait to see how it works out. Now obviously if Random XV2 goes live and Monero is nerfed to crap, like just because you crack it doesn't mean it's going to be any good when it comes to the Random XV2, but you might get, full 1 mega hash on like Zeph or something as a possibility, but it's all up in the air. We have to see what actually happens when, it gets cracked. Now, can someone tell me what the big deal about Quai is? Well, Quai was, the most profitable thing to mine on all sorts of hardware. I don't know if it is anymore. Let's just see, like GPUs, probably not. Where's my hash rate button? Right there. So I just want to double check. I am at 12-cent power. I don't see Quai anywhere here. It's all cubic coin. Oh, I see a Quai here on a 6400. Let's take a look at the ASIC side of things. Most likely an L9. It looks like Quai is... Whoa. Is that legit? Why is my thing not looking like it's right? There we go. Negative. We're negative here on Quai with an L9 right now at 12-cent power, negative 51 cents. All right, so let's jump into this. What's an L9 over here? Okay, well, you're losing less. You're losing 51 cents here, and here you're losing over $1 at 12-cent power. So, holy crap. Mining profitability is, wow. Like, This is script, which usually has some type of profit. It is 0 on an L9. What's an L7? Wow, $4 or $5. What's an L3 plus? Negative $2. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you. An L3 plus, because it uses a lot less power, you're almost losing the same amount. Like, you're not. Wow, this is insane. So like, what's break even prices now? So I'm gonna go from 12. Let's try 8-cent power. Oh, Renee, Panda's profitable. Panda can mine Doge still. Oh wow, you have to have 8-cent power to mine Doge. That's sad. 10 cents. Oh, yeah. Would you even turn on at 10-cent power for 15 cents a day? 70? Probably not. So yeah, 10 cents sucks. 9 cents. 9 cents is okay. You're getting there. But yeah, it looks like about 8-cent power is probably where you'll want to turn on, a little over $1 a day. But still, you're burning 3,500 watts for under $2 a day profit. That's another thing you got to look at. Is it worth burning that much power for only $2 a day? Is it? I don't know. It might start looking rough. Now you got to start looking into all your other types of hardware. What's going on. Like, I don't even know what's going on with CPUs right now. This is always wrong, so I can't really use this. But let's just take a look. What is being said here? It's still saying 26 profit. So Duro, really? Duro, interesting. Duro time. Let's just come into here. Let's say 26-cent profit for 115 watts. So let's do a comparison now versus this. What would be better off mining? So 3,500 watts worth of CPU. So I'm just going to divide 3,570 watts divided by, what do we got here? 150. I don't think that's right. I'm going to say 135 watts. So that's 26 rig. So now I'm just going to go 26 times 135. So that's 3,510 watts. So 200 watts less than the L9. So now we're going to put our revenue by 26. So 26 times 0.21 profit. There we go. You should be CPU mining, not mining Duro. If you think it's a good idea and it's profitable enough for you to mine or mine Doge or even Quai on this, well, even at 8 cents, where were we here? Well, I guess this is at 8 cents. I totally forgot about that. This is at 8-cent power. Here you're making 546, and here you're making 204. But, oh, wait a minute. That's before power cost. Oh, I got to change this around. I got to look at before power cost. So what is this? Before power, 861. So actually, this would be better. 546, but it's pretty close. Think about it. 546 minus 846. So you are better off mining Doge on NiceHash. If you're mining straight Dogecoin, actually, how come it's not adding these up? It should be. There we go, right here, 872. So yeah, you're still better off mining with the L9 because you're at $8.72 before power cost, where Duro is $5.46. So per watt, still looking like script is the better option here. So there, we got that straightened out. A little bit of mix-ups there, but yeah, so this is still the better option here, but wow, it is low. And that's 8-cent power. Like 12-cent power, there's nothing worth mining. I can't mine anything. X9 not released. INI box, it's a scam. We got the Z15 Pro, it's going to 0. And there's going to be more released here soon when Bitmain puts in that batch. We got the AE3, $11. The X44P, not even released yet. Z15, again, that's Bitmain's going to unload on that. We got the B2s, the AE2s. There's nothing worth mining because you don't have any of these miners. So then you got to buy them. So now you got to buy them and then look at something for $2-3 a day. So like, I don't even know what these miners are worth. What is Bitmain selling their Z15 for? I don't even know. What's the AE3 going for right now? This is like $6,000 still, isn't it? $11 a day. Let me see here. $6,000 divided by $11 a day, 545 day ROI. I guess that's not too bad. Like we're not 3-month ROIs. They're never a thing anymore. They're over, done with. So you got to start looking into 1 to 2 year possible ROIs. And this is actually looking at a 1.5 years. So that's actually not too bad at that, but things are rough. It is freaking rough. Holy crap. It is bad out there. Bad. Anyway, back to the chat. What's going on? Scaper, I see what is happening. MIM, CPU mineable. Yes, it will be. It'll be CPU mineable. Magic Internet Money coin. So let's see here. More coins for me. Raven to the moon. What Kyla coin? Back to $10. When? Oh, I don't know. Kyla coin was $2,000 at one point. I see Yoda Pie is in the house here. What is happening? Continuing on. Oh, it just jumped on me. Where was I? Rabid, the money is in cracking. Cracking. Did you crack anything yet? What have you been getting off that so far anyway? Why aren't people turning? Yeah, that's the other thing, Panda. That is a very good question. Why isn't people turning off? Like, all you see is how bad mining is. Mining is trash. Mining is garbage. It's not profitable. I'm not mining anymore. I'm not mining anymore. But yet the hash rate isn't going down. Well, like, let's look at Raven coin hash rate. Like, what's Raven coin hash rate at? Let's go to this one. This one. All time. Well, I guess it's down a bit, but it's not like it was lower in back in here, 2022. But 2.64 terahash, 4. Like, what? Look at this. Here's August 2020. We have more hash rate now than we did in 2020 on Ravencoin. Like, where's all these people turning off? Like, this is crazy. 4.09 terahash still. We're at like 2.5, 3 terahash at these lows. Like, we still have lots of hash rate online here. What other coins are there? Like, I don't even know. Where's Kaspa? We've seen it sucks. It's done for. But like, where's the other GPU coins? What kind of hash rate should we look at? I don't even know what the major GPU coins are anymore. Flux is gone. It's gone. Dynex. Let's see what Dynex is looking like. It should be dying because Dynex is rugging everybody and moving on to a stock exchange. They're not even be crypto anymore. So Dynex hash rate chart. Can we even see Dynex's network hash rate? I guess MinerStat. I don't really like MinerStat for hash rates and stuff, but we will see what they got. And how long is this? All what? September 2025. I guess a few months. Yeah, like it's going up. 12 mega hash here, 11, 12, 11, and now we're at 15 from 21. Like, it's not crashing down. Like, this is still only going back to 25. So I don't know. Can we look at this way back when? More. We can only go back that far. August 2025, 22, 23 mega hash. So like, we're at 15. It hardly went down. It's going up over the past few 2-3 months here. It's been going up. So what the heck is going on there? What other coins? Come back in the chat here and see what's going on. I could make $2 in 10 minutes bucking on the side of the street. Yeah, you probably could. I'm ordering the X9. That's it. All right, Yusuf, use my link wherever you ordered from. You have no idea how bad things are. Thought 31 gigahash. 31 gigahash. Oh gosh, that is insane. Wow. It's winter. I sometimes mine Kapow for heat during the night. They lied. They did not turn off. Yeah, it doesn't look like people are turning off. Like, that's what I mean. Like, everyone's saying how bad it is and it's horrible. And like, let's look at Hive OS statistics. Okay, so we come into here and like, look at, like, here we have percentages. We don't have numbers, so we don't really know that, but we can guess. XMR is that's crazy. XMR is the most mined coin right now in Hive OS. 51% of the algorithms per GPUs. Like, this is probably because a lot of these rigs have GPUs in them, so it's like that. But then we got 9% that's crazy. Like, people are they got GPUs in their rigs and they're just idle mining this because I don't know, that's insane. Anyway, but we see Monero here, Ravens coins at 6%. AMD models, obviously we got the 588 gigabytes is 16% of all the GPUs still on there. So whatever that's mining, 5700 XT, they're still 15%. NVIDIA models. The 3070 is still the top GPU here, 14%. Do there any 5000 series in here? I don't see any. 40. Oh, 5070s is here, yeah. 5090s. No 5090s in here, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Very low amounts of those anyway. ASIC models. We got the S21 on Hivon. We got the L3 Pluses on Hivon. S19J Pros. But like, what's that? What are all these mining? That's the question. Miners per GPUs. XM rig new. 47 makes sense. XM rig's a big. That's crazy though. We can see HiveOS has been taken over by CPUs here. Obviously, half of the miners being used, but it says per GPU, so that's still weird. But half of the flight sheets are utilizing Monero, XMR, XMRig, and obviously XMR. GPU Brown 76%. So, like, these stats are all the same. Like, this is a little different here, obviously. This is all CPU stuff. Custom miners. SRB miners at 8, ASIC Team Red. There's still some Team Red miners out there. So what's that? That's like, is that probably for some Kapow stuff? Probably Ravencoin with AMD. T-Rex is still being used. T-Rex is being used more than Regal Miner. Is this legit? Is that for real? You guys see what I'm seeing? T-Rex, which hasn't had support since Ethereum days in 2021, was their last update, I believe, is being used more than Regal Miner and LOL Miner and G Miner and every other miner. That is insane. T-Rex is good. So there you go. So that means, like, is it all Kapow? Now we have to do like numbers based on GPUs. Like, Ravencoin was always a pretty large network when it came to that. And I guess was it T-Rex was still working really good there. Quai as well, huh? Quai for the GPUs. But that's one thing we'd have to look at too. How is SOAP doing? So if we go to Quai SOAP, their dashboard, like, what's their hash rates looking like? Because we've seen Quai's looking pretty rough in the price department right now. Where is it? Quai Network is down to 4 cents. Down 21% in 7 days. Only down 1.5 right now. But yeah, it's down to 4.3 cents here. So if we just look at the hash rates, they still got 1.4 terahash on Kapow, which is a pretty decent amount. Let's just go to Raven here. Look at Ravencoin. Ravencoin 1.4 terahash. That's obviously, they're still the top dog when it comes to Kapow. Quai is still rocking the Kapow algorithm with just under double the network hash rate of the top pool. So they got a lot of hash rate when it's coming to, the Kapow algorithm. So, give them props to that. They're still rocking that. The SHA-256 with its Bitcoin Cash, 476 petahash. They are sitting at about 476 petahash. So they're in the 4th place. I think they dropped. They used to be in 3rd, right? So some people might have turned off. So they're in 4th place now in terms of largest pools here. So top 5, that's pretty good here. How's their Dogecoin hash looking? 25. They lost some here, I think. They're at 30-something last time we checked. So 25.75 terahash. Coming to Litecoin. Litecoin 25. There we are, way right in here. So they're in 10th. I think they were moved up to 7th or something not too long ago, but they're still top 10 in here. So that's actually not too bad. But yeah, when it comes to GPUs, they're dominating the GPU side for Kapow. So we can see where probably T-Rex could be being used there. Team Red Miner as well for AMD hardware. So yeah, interesting turn of events there. Back to the live chat. T-Works nice on Kapow. Sorry, I thought you were on Rabid's Discord. Use some putts. I am on it. What discount can you get me on X9? $1 million. You can get it free, but you have to pay me $10,000 escrow service. I'm just kidding. I don't know. You have to come into here. Where's my cryptocurrency news? Where is? I can't even find. Oh, duh. It's like right there. I'm looking through these. I'm trying to find it right here. Click on that, and here's links to all sorts of different situational places for things. Where's my chat to put it everywhere? Discount codes and all that stuff right there. Buy one of everything from every shop because we're all broke right now. And I gotta share half my revenue with Panda also because he's also broke. We're all broke. All miners are broke. Oh boy, it's almost to the point where that's like legit also. Okay, where am I here? I gotta go back into here. Gotta refresh this now because it's all messed up. Live chat, where are you? A live chat. Bring up my other chat so I don't lose them. There we go. Day equal today. Whoops. Do you feel the same way today as you did 4 years ago? That's a tough question. Obviously, 4 years ago, we had Ethereum and everyone was GPU mining. It was awesome. And everyone was pumped up and channels were doing amazing. That was obviously good times, you know. Do I still feel the same about crypto now? I still do. It's obviously a lot less. It's rough, but I still think it's kind of funny. We're not seeing all this hash rate fall at the network still, which we're expecting. For so many people saying how bad it is, unless this is all institutional stuff, and you know, obviously a lot of cheap power and things like that is going on. But you know, like this was all expected. We were all expecting this. You know, some people were saying, no, it's different this time. It's not going to happen. And crypto's going to the moon, and 2026 is going to be a super cycle and all this stuff. And definitely it's looking like this typical normal cycle played out to a T exactly when it should have. So everyone should have expected this, is I guess what I'm saying. Because, you know, we've been talking about this for a long time. This was what was going to happen. And here it is. It's happening. So, you know, it's expected. So as long as you have the mindset that, you know, it was inevitable that this was going to happen, we're not leading to a super cycle and all of a sudden Bitcoin's not going to go to a new all-time high next week like some people say by the end of the month and things like that. Just realize where we actually are in the cycle and deal with it. Now, what I'm excited for is usually, like, hopefully it happens freaking sooner rather than later. But now we should start getting into that time frame again where new scam coins are emerging, new rug pulls, new everythings. So it'll be fun times to be. This is where, in reality, made most our money last bear market was, you know, is in the bear markets, not during the runs or anything, because, well, none of these alts really did anything this time around. So, you know, it's a good thing a lot of us sold a lot of coins. Now, we did hodl a lot, hoping for that, but nothing happened. But anyway, point here is, we learned from our mistakes. We learned from the past. Now we got to start looking for coins. And there's a good chance none of them are going to pump. They hit an exchange, they pump, they dump, they're over. So what do? Look for the coins. Get in early. If it doesn't hit an exchange, that sucks. A big deal. There's probably for every 9 coins that are released, only one of them might even get listed, and the other ones are going to have viruses. So, you know, it's going to be really hard to do that. But you just got to keep taking a look at them all. The other thing here is once you find one, you know, sell it at the right time. Usually when they hit the exchange, they pump for a couple days, maybe a week, and then they go down to nothing. So get ready for that. Don't hodl for the next bullet. Oh, this is the next best thing. Oh, Kaspa 2.0 is out. This is going to go to the moon. Awesome. No, sell these freaking things. Dump your bags. Take in the cash flow as much as you possibly can, because these things, as you've seen, have not done a single thing. People don't care about altcoins anymore. People don't care about Kaspa. People don't care about these coins. It's Bitcoin usually and Bitcoin only. Now, I totally hope I'm wrong, and maybe next cycle will be the super, maybe 2029 will be the altcoin explosion we've been waiting for. I have no idea. But for the most part, going from the last cycle, it just went by right now. It's over. It was rough. It was rough. And if we would have sold a lot of our coins while we were getting them, we would have made so much more money. But point here is that time is coming again. We're going to see new coins. We're going to see new scams. We're going to see new rug pulls. We're going to see all sorts of new and exciting things. We just got to keep an eye out for them. Get in on them. Get your bags and dump them. That's that. So the exciting mining time is coming up. So I'm actually pretty excited over the next 2 or 3 years, because we're going to see all these things happen over the next couple of years, leading into 2029 again, where we're going to be kind of where we are now again, type of thing. Anyway, what do we got here? Panda says, broke. I think we're worse than that. Yeah, I was going, oh, wow. So I was going through some of my accounts the other day, and like most of them are overdrafted and all this stuff and interest. And I was going over just the fees I pay to the bank. I have like over $200 some a month just in bank fees from the banks, like just for having my account and stuff. You start adding them up. You got, your normal account, then you got your joint account, and then, this one might be overdrafted and this one has protection for whatever. And you add up all these fees, and I was just like, holy crap, this is like a car payment that I'm paying to the bank every month. This is retarded. How do they get away with all this stuff? And like, I've never really looked at it. It's like, okay, end of the month fees are in. Okay, end of this, blah, blah, blah. But I added it all up this time a few days ago. I was shocked. I was like, this is outright robbery. But yeah, anyway, craziness. Enough about that. But yeah, you notice that? What are your, like, you notice how like your fees are like, and you have to have a bank account. I don't want one. I don't have any money in there unless I have to have money in there. You know what I mean? Like, I have whatever my crypto coins there, and then I just sell them when I need something. When I need to pay a bill or I need to go get some food or something, that's when I sell it. For the most part, I don't have any money in my bank accounts. It's always down to nothing. It's bone dry. 0 fees for credit union in the U.S. Yeah, but I'm in Canada. Bits, please. People saying BTC is going up are the ones who missed the time to sell, and now they're trying to con people in for exit liquidity. Yeah, Michael Saylor's leading the charge on missing the FOMO charge of selling, huh? He's saying he can, Bitcoin can go to $1, and he doesn't matter. He has no losses. He'll continue to keep buying. So he's promoting the buy thing. You see, every time he says anything, half the time he says, well, Bitcoin's going to do good again and all this stuff. And then he says nothing about buying. You see every Twitter guy out there, just constant spam. Michael Saylor says he might buy. He could buy soon. Michael Saylor might buy again. Get ready, guys. Moon's coming. Super cycle. Like, it is, crypto Twitter is probably the stupidest, dumbest thing I've ever seen. No offense, but is it crazy or what? Like, the slightest thing, and it's just pump your bags to like crazy when it has nothing to do with that at all. It's nuts. It's nuts. Anyway, do they have credit unions in Canada? I think there are some credit unions, actually. I'm pretty sure. I had some friends that had some, but yeah, I don't know. I have a no-fee checking account. It might just be a Saskatchewan thing. Consensus credit union. Huh. And I'm gonna have to look in. I never really shopped around. That's the other thing. Remember I was telling you guys about my who was it? My house insurance? How it was like $5,300 this year. So I actually called around and I found some places that were like 50% cheaper. I was like, see you later, TD. So I called up TD just before it was overdue. And funny story. Actually, maybe it's not. You guys probably don't really care. But we should just start a Rabid complaining podcast channel or something. But for the most part, so I called them up and I'm like, hey, why is my, for her, I didn't say anything about anything. I said, why is my insurance up so high? Oh, well, it's because of this and all the storms happening in your area. And I'm like, well, hasn't really been any storms here. They've all been down south by Calgary. And yeah, that's happened. It's like, yeah, well, the whole province has to pay for everything in Calgary. I'm like, well, I'm not living in Calgary. Why should I have to pay for them? I don't go to live in, I don't like in the States there, if you moved into Tornado Alley, you should probably expect your insurance to go up, right? If I live beside Tornado Alley, I shouldn't have to pay for the Tornado Alley's people's insurance. It's kind of what it's going on here. So that's what I explained. Like, why should I have to pay for that? Oh, well, everyone in Alberta does. I'm like, okay, well, anyway, I called someone else and I said, they can give me about 50% less. Can you match that? If not, I'm leaving in the next 10 minutes. So what can you do? He's like, okay, well, let me see and look at your policy here. So he starts looking at things. You can bring it down and bring it down here. And he brought something down here. Oh, I can remove that temporary fee here. And just goes through all this stupid stuff. But it still ended up over $1,000 over. He knocked off maybe $800 or $900. So I'm like, nope, not good enough. See you later. So now I'm on a new insurance company. But like, it's funny how he could right away knock off up to almost $1,000 as soon as I said that. But beforehand, we had to pay for this. It had to happen. It's like, no, it doesn't. And then when I was saying, it's like, oh, well, if they have to pay out a bunch of claims, your renewal is going to go up again the following year after. I'm like, well, then I'll find someone else again after that. So yeah, it's crazy. It's pretty crazy. They are scams. And then the other thing with some of them was hilarious that I found is they're going to stop, like, you get the insurance, you have to have insurance for all this stuff. But then like, say you get hail like 4 years in a row or something, like some places get hail all the time, or example, Tornado Alley, or how about some of the people in Florida there when Hurricane Katrina came and they said this is water damage. We're not paying water damage. This happened after the thing happened or whatever, right? So this is like they find a way that they don't have to cover half the stuff. And then if it consistently happens, then they say, oh, we're not going to cover that anymore. So you still need your insurance, but nothing that actually will hurt your house is covered. That makes zero sense. Like, oh man, how do these corporations, they just get away with everything? And then if you owe them $5, they will constantly hound you every 10 seconds until you pay them. If they owe you $100, that they owe you anything, you'll never hear it from. You won't get it from them for years. They won't even acknowledge it. Like this whole everything is set up 100% against us all, right? Like it's insane how this all works. Life insurance, at least to cover your house. Yeah. Is hail in Canada the size of hockey pucks? How does some hail even damage houses? Yeah, well, golf balls, softballs, a softball, they can get big. Sometimes they're huge. I remember being outside one time, we had golf ball hail, and it hit me and almost, like, I had a huge bruise on my arm. Like, it hurt. I was like, holy crap, I had to wear a hard hat outside just to go take out the garbage. Probably could have waited till it was over. But yeah, sometimes down in, like, here, let me show you. Let's take a look. I actually went storm chasing with the little one, and we had we had softball size hail, and it just destroyed the car. My windshield smashed in, glass was flying everywhere. It was insane, and I was on the side of the road. It was pretty insane. But like, look at hail storm in Calgary, Alberta. Like, let's see if we can find a quick little clip or something here. Video. Like, you can see, like, Canada in chaos. Maybe this will be one. Let's see if this pop up. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Let's fast forward it. That's those little ones. Tiny ones. Oh, there's a baby. Oh, this is nothing. That's rain.
Additional storms remains.
That's garbage. Calgary hailstorm. Let's see if I can find a bad one here. What is this? What was this one? How was this hailstorm? When was this one? 7 months ago. So I guess last summer. That one was kind of crazy. Not too
bad. Likely to form at the phenomenon to specific areas help divert a larger disaster. Although it is impossible to know in advance when, where.
That's not the big ones. Where's the big ones, darn it? Massive destruction in Calgary 2024. Is that the one? How big are these ones? Open. Come on, internet. Come on, internet. Internet. Let's go, internet.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh,
a storm
that
ripped across central Alberta yesterday has caused damage to dozens of vehicles and properties.
This
and
must
it's
have been a bad
expected
one.
It will cost millions in repairs. A fright fearing for their lives.
A hailstorm ripping across Highway 2, tracked from the northwest, towels and bags to cover their heads.
It was one of those things where I
remember that one
in the back. Nothing you can do.
He was on his way home to Red Deer. He was confused about why people were pulling. Was the damage to his car.
I don't pretend that I know what warfare sounds like, but...
Is that damage? He says he's thankful he has the right insurance.
40, so I've been around long enough to be like Pine Lake.
Some of the houses,
down
like,
trees, broken home windows,
shredded.
and vehicles written off. A storm like this, however, is not too uncommon
in
Alberta.
Back of his
humid weather, then dukes it out with cooler, drier weather. Hey, that's like
yeah. There's some, I guess, in a nutshell. That's kind of how some of them were. Yeah, hail. They say get solar panels. Yeah, that's one thing I'm wondering about. Like, hail will crush solar panels. Like, that would be insane. That would just destroy them. Like, we need some type of, that would be insane. Over there, it happens during the summer. Oh yeah, a lot of AI stuff on YouTube now. A lot of even the commercials, the ads on YouTube, the commercials that you even see on the TV now, and they're like obvious AI. Like the person's walking around, they look like a plastic doll. It's like, do you guys see what you guys are releasing right now? How is like, okay, you save some money, you don't have to hire an actor, but like these a lot of the commercials right now are just absolutely horrible. Horrible. Government seeds clouds to cause all the stores. Oh boy. Panda, another reason for me not to get a solar system. I get hail. Yeah, we had a bad one here probably about 4 or 5 days ago. 4 or 5 years ago, I think. Yeah, if I had panels on the roof then, they would have been crushed. Destroyed all over. Imagine the mess, like broken glass and stuff. Oh wow, it'd be bad. It'd be bad. Now, supposedly some of the new ones say they're hail resistant, but like, is that the case? Like, let's look. Hail resistant solar panels. Let's see here. Can hail damage my solar panels? Here's what you need to know. New 1000X solar panels against hail. I don't know. Is this actually going to show something? Let's see.
What if I told you that one of the biggest threats to solar energy isn't political opposition or even so small, most.
Yeah.
But there's a. And yet, many of those panels appeared undamaged to the naked eye.
What?
Thousands of panels destroyed. Insurance companies overwhelmed.
Oh, yeah, there goes the insurance company.
Now scale that up. Solar adoption is exploding across the globe. More panels are being installed, are even developing self-healing material.
Anyway, they're claiming, I guess, they're getting better at it, but not good enough. You got to optimize efficiency, but at the same time, you got to get strength up there. So do you add more glass to counter that hail? Does it, reduce your power efficiency of your panels? Who knows? I don't know how all that works. I'm not an engineer in that department. They could figure it out. The running man is here now. Yeah. Then after the solar panels are wrecked, the whole profit you're making with solar, you pay in insurance. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that is an AI. That's funny. You see some videos, like same with that one guy with the deep voice with shorts. You see it on like 20 different channels. It's totally an AI voice, and that one's AI. And no hail in Florida, just hurricanes and floods. But yeah, your panels will be safe. Oh, cough my face off again. Oh, what Jock McMiner say? Hail, red panda mining. Hail, red panda mining. Hail. Oh boy, craziness. Solar panels can survive hail. Got 400 to 400 watt panels on my south garage wall. Went through dime size hail last year. Nice. The angles probably matter too. Obviously, if you're laying flat, it'll probably hurt. But if you're at a nice angle, they'll probably bounce off depending which way they're coming in. Or, depending on a lot of the bispatial ones these days, it looks like it's better to just run them vertical anyway. So you're actually eliminating a lot of that surface that they do them. So one thing, I guess, obviously if they're on the roof, you can't. But if you're ground mounted, having an array that you could adjust on the fly would be kind of good as well, because then you can just kind of prop it up vertically. So that could be an option. Or if you only have a couple panels like me, which I don't have hooked up to anything yet, I can just unhook them and throw them back in the garage. Say, oh, storm's coming. See you later. Can't afford you guys to get busted. Depends where the wind blows. Yeah, that's also obviously, weather, wind, all sorts of stuff. I guess if you have the space, time, and money, sure, it could work. Yeah, for sure. That's the major thing, though. Time, money, and space. I don't have much space. I could probably mount quite a bit of solar if I use my entire roof. That means east, west side, and the small south-facing side of the garage. Obviously, nothing in the north because north solar probably wouldn't pick up really anything. But east and west is supposed to be decent because you pick up kind of the morning and the afternoon, where south facing, everything peaks kind of around noon. So you can kind of get a nice angle depending how you set them up and stuff on east west. And my east west is pretty large roof on the east and west sides, and my south facing is about half the size of those. So yeah, I don't know. But then again, once it's on the roof, it is very acceptable to hail. There's reasons why everyone's mining and holding XMR. Is everybody actually holding XMR? Let's take a look actually. So I sold my XMR, but let's take a look. I'm curious about something. If we go into XMR, there's a decent amount of. Yeah, look at all that volume though. That's insane. Monero has so much volume. 37 million on KuCoin here and USD. 2.8 million as an ETH pair. 2.7 USD here. USD. BTC pairs 2.3 million. Yeah, there's a lot of volume happening on the old Moneros. Wow, Monero's got a lot of volume. That's crazy. Nice. Monero's awesome. Monero's doing some stuff. Definitely keeping CPU mining. It's not profitable, obviously, not amazingly, but it's keeping it in the game. Like, you're still at 138,000 emissions. That's not too shabby. That's crazy to think. Fifth largest by market cap. Let's actually look at them. Fifth largest in emissions too. Litecoin, Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, what is Buck? Nervous, Ravens, I don't know. Bitcoin SB. Oh yeah, who was it the other day? BCH2. Oh, it's not here yet. BCH2. Let's look this up. BCH2. Yeah, it's not there. How about BCH2? What's that called? Bitcoin Talk. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Talk, list stories. I don't see it. Anyway, yeah, so remember we were streamed the other day there a few days ago or whatever the heck it was. Someone was mentioning BCH2. Like, so another fork was a Bitcoin Cash fork that's coming out for BC2. And they're like, because, the same chains, you could get more coins on each end if you already had coins and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure where that's at or anything, but obviously I'd probably stay away from it, but you never know. It might get some stupid early pump, just like what we saw with BC2. Panda's been profit switching Monero into USDC since it pumped. Nice. Well, that's the best time to do it, I guess. If you're going to mine it, get it while it's high. And then, because obviously there's no point hodling when it's on the way up and at its peak, because it's only going to go down afterwards. So it makes sense to do all your sells while it's pumping. That's what you do. I sold everything last year. Okay. What we got here? Zappirate says that's too expensive to be practical. Panels are cheap, so might as well replace them when they break. What did Bits say? I sold everything last year. Panels should be on motors to follow the sun and also rotate straight up if it hails. Straight up if it hails? Oh, you mean like vertically? Yeah, vertically. I was looking at some of those tests. Like, you can get those sun following mounts, and they directly go against the sun and stuff, but they don't really, like, for the price, and they're not cheap. And for the price and stuff they don't really help your arrays out. And the way, like, doing all the research and all this, the way a lot of the newer panels are are made is they have high efficiency from the sides. It's almost like, the TV, OLED and LED and stuff like that, straight on looking from the side, it gets blurry and not. But anyway, they have a high efficiency output on the newer panels where sideways from the sun is really good. Sometimes just as good as even straight on. So having your panels located, straight on, and you don't have to spend all the money for an individual solar following mount and stuff, that you can still collect the same amount of energy with the sun reflecting from the side of the panel and bouncing out. On top of that, you also have your, if you're bifacials and stuff, now you're also absorbing a little bit of that sun from bouncing off the atmosphere behind you, maybe the back of your house if it's a light colored house, or in the wintertime reflecting off the snow, and you get a little extra power and stuff that way. So yeah, it seems, obviously the advancements they made in panels are a lot better than they were just even a couple of years ago. But yeah. I was running Rainbow Miner as well, but the fees are most of the profit for swapping. I'm not even sure what the fees are. Can you adjust those fees? Rig running on Rainbow Miner, BIP 110 fork. Have you seen the report that XMR now hid about 48% of all dark web market as exclusive coin to exchange? I'm not sure what that one is. Not sure what that one, but I can't remember what is that website where you can purchase stuff. Let me see. What if I just go to Monero? Did I put it in my favorites? Maybe. Oh, I didn't. Darn! I should have. Monero website. I tried doing that before. What if I put where to buy stuff with Monero? To buy stuff with Monero. Can't remember what the heck. So it's got to pop up somewhere. Because online stores, Monero, so Monero style. No, web hosting. Merchants. Monero merchants. Is that it? Monero. What? What is this? Don't know. Cryptos are business, shops, markets. What? Groceries, food. This isn't it, but this looks like a different one. Buy books, bikes, GPS tracking made. What sticker status? Direct deposit, gaming. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't the one. There's one where you could it was like Amazon, but for Monero only. Everything is you buying stuff with Monero. It's pretty cool. Bitmonero, maybe Jock McGuire. Bitmonero, is that it? Bitmonero. Bitmonero.net. I don't think this is it. This looks different. This is all. I'm hacked. Great. I just got hacked. No, this ain't it either. What the heck is it? A new Coinbase technology. No, Bitmonero. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to find it one of these days. Crap. I wish I would have kept it. XMR Bazaar. Oh yeah, there's that one. That might be the one. Okay, let's look at that one. XMR Bazaar. Yeah, this might be the one. There we go. Yeah, this looks familiar now. Shop with Monero. Buy and sell products. Yeah, what do we got here? Like silver coins. What should we look at? Housing. Can you buy a house? Studio for sale in Kamarka building, wherever that is. 194 XMR. Buy this place for 194 XMR. Gas station plus land for sale. You can buy a gas station with XMR, guys. What? Oh, here's a big chunk of land. Wow, that's crazy. 700 XMR. $150. Oh, what else do they got? Oh man, yeah. I think this is the site. Food, fashion, books, tools, art, digital goods, businesses for sale, wanted, proxy shops, gold, silver. Okay, I gotta add that into my. There we go. Add that to my favorites. Now I got it. So yeah, that's the one. What it is. It's XMR Bazaar. Let's see here. Where do we go to pull? Do you see it? Yeah, right here. XMR Bazaar. Bazaar XMR. So yeah, interesting stuff here for sure. Let me see here. I'll just take this, copy it, slam this into here. There we go. So there we go. XMR shopping website. Check situation. Now, how legit it is, I have no idea. No idea. Never bought anything off it. But, you know, that's something that's cool. You know, there's options using. That's the main thing of crypto. Stuff like that right there is what crypto is supposed to be. And there we go. We got it for Monero. Oh, really? Using XMR, you bought a nice, what is that? Permagio? Is that like art? From Italy using XMR. Nice. Pair with XMR plus Furo. Interesting. Oh, Furo also. My accepts crypto, just saying. Oh, Bits, please. You're hilarious. Oh, I don't know what to say about that. It's cheese. Oh, it's cheese. Oh, okay. Oh, Parmesan. Okay, gotcha. Okay, Parmesan cheese. I got you now. That makes sense. So you bought some cheese with Monero. That's actually pretty cool. 30-month-old, serious stuff. Huh. That's awesome. Years ago, there was a program called Better Hash. That's how I started. Nice, Rod. Nice. All right, so I guess we're gonna wrap this one. I don't know, is Panda streaming or anything today? Panda, do you got a live stream coming up? Are you still here? Let me check YouTube quick. See if he has anything starting or not. We're gonna wrap this one up here soon, so we'll see if he has anything going on. I don't see nothing there. Nothing there. Yeah, I don't see nothing in the works on this channel at the moment. So yeah, I don't know. Give him a couple seconds to reply or not. Oh, there he is. I'm streaming later in the day. Okay, later in the day he's going. All right, sounds good. I'm at a special place right now. He's looking at Pokemon cards, aren't you? Pat is looking at Pokemon. He's at a special place. Special place. Special place. Anyway, guys, I guess we're going to wrap this one up. So I appreciate all you guys for showing up. Hit that subscribe button, like button, all that other good stuff, and all the other cool buttons out there. I will see you guys on the next one. Panda will be streaming later on in the day, so be ready for that. Rabid out.